Hey Gremlins, because reading the journal entries just took so long and they're like kind of fun but not necessarily super important to the gameplay, I decided to cut it out and make it its own little like side video. So enjoy my reading through the journal entries. Okay, journal. Let's do Chronicles, Sora's story. Sora, a boy born and raised on an island, dreamed of seeing the outside world. He and his friends Riku and Kairi began building a raft with which to sail away. One day, Sora ventured into the island's secret cave and met a stranger who had come from beyond the door. That night, disaster struck Sora's island. Riku and Kairi disappeared, and Sora was left with a mysterious weapon. With it, he defeated monsters that had suddenly appeared everywhere, spawned from an enormous sphere of darkness, but the darkness swallowed the island. Meanwhile, Disney Castle was in an uproar. King Mickey had vanished, leaving only a note behind with this sole clue: Donald and Goofy set out to find him. Somehow, Sora ended up in a place called Traverse Town, where he met Leon, Aerith, and Yuffie, and learned about the Heartless, beings of darkness, and the secret behind his weapon, the Keyblade. It is the key to unlocking some great power. Before long, Sora also met Donald and Goofy, who were looking for Leon, and joined forces with them. And then characters. Sora. A spirited youth, he was cast into an unknown world when a swarm of Heartless raided his island. He battles the Heartless with a mysterious weapon called the Keyblade as he searches for his friend Kairi. There's a lot of Sora, but that's Sora. Riku. Islander, a self-confident youth always competing with Sora. He hated the monotony of island life and built a raft with Sora and Kairi to explore the outside world. Riku seems to have vanished along with the Destiny Islands. Here's Riku and his... it's a choice of an outfit, but it's very Kingdom Hearts. It's very Kingdom Hearts character design. Kairi, Islander. Kairi, Sora, and Riku were best friends. They built a raft to sail out and see new worlds. The three were separated when a mysterious force struck the Destiny Islands. Thus did Sora's search for Kairi begin. There's Kairi in her cute little island fit. Mickey Mouse, King of Disney Castle. He set out to learn more about the darkness and left instructions for Donald and Goofy to find and follow the Keybearer. No one knows where King Mickey is now, but they are determined to find him. He made his debut in Steamboat Willie, 1928. And we don't have a picture, but I think we all know what Mickey Mouse looks like. Donald Duck, Royal Magician. Skilled in magic, but can be short-tempered and stubborn. He set out in the gummy ship with Goofy to find the king. Donald has joined forces with Sora, the Keybearer alluded to in the king's letter. Donald made his screen debut in The Wise Little Hen in 1934. Here's Donald in his new outfit. Like I said, there are definitely a lot of zippers. It's just a thing. Goofy, Captain of the Royal Knights. He avoids fighting whenever possible. Mickey's most loyal subject. He set out in the gummy ship with Donald to find King Mickey. He's joined forces with Sora, obeying Mickey's command to follow the Keybearer. Goofy made his first screen appearance in Mickey's review? Mickey's review? I don't know if I've ever seen that. Well, I've played this game, I've seen that word, but I don't know if I've ever heard that word said. In 1952. And here's Goofy's new fit. Looks honestly pretty standard to what he usually wears, I feel like. Just a little extra spice. Minnie Mouse, Queen of Disney Castle, ruling in Mickey's absence. I, Jiminy Cricket, and accompanying Donald and Goofy as the royal chronicler at her request. Queen Minnie is more concerned than anyone about the king's disappearance. Minnie made her screen debut in Steamboat Willie in 1928. Here's Minnie. I guess we aren't rotating, but they're in her little... Daisy Duck, Donald's sweetheart. She's helping Minnie while the others look for King Mickey. She has Donald under her thumb and does a good job of keeping him in line. She originally appeared as Daisy in Mr. Duck Steps Out in 1940. You've got Daisy. I don't know why Minnie didn't want to rotate. Let me try that one more time. No, I guess she doesn't rotate. That's fine. Okay, Pluto. Mickey's faithful dog. Pluto is more than a pet. He and Mickey are bound by strong ties of loyalty. Pluto set out with the others to find his master. Will that famous nose of his lead him to Mickey? Pluto originally appeared in The Chain Gang in 1930. He's a very good boy. He brings up a lot of questions for people about the Big Mouse universe, considering Goofy's also a dog, but he's a very good boy. Chip, one of the kingdom's specialists, helps maintain the gummy ship, which can travel to any destination. Chip is more serious and diligent than his easygoing, playful partner, Dale. Chip and Dale's first appearance was in Private Pluto in 1943. Here's Chip. He's the one... Oh, a happy little tail there. Here's the one with the little black chip nose, like little chocolate chip. And then Dale, one of the kingdom's specialists, helps maintain the gummy ship, which can travel to any destination. Compared to the more serious Chip, he takes a happy-go-lucky approach to life. And as it said, they both appeared in the same thing. He also has a happy little tail, but he's got the big red nose. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Huey, one of Donald's 3 nephews. Huey is the leader, and he keeps playful Dewey and laid-back Louie in line. You can spot Huey by his trademark red cap. Huey began tormenting his Uncle Donald in Donald's Nephews in 1938. So, Huey is the one with red. Dewey, I believe, is blue, yes. One of Donald's 3 nephews, always wears a blue cap, cheerful and easygoing. He works with his brothers in a shop in Traverse Town. So he's the blue one. And then Louie should be the green one, yep. One of Donald's 3 nephews works with his brothers in a shop in Traverse Town, gentle and carefree, but notices a lot of things others miss. To find him, look for a green cap. Got the boys, they're running their item shop, they're doing real good with it. Got the brooms, enchanted brooms, the life of their own. They tidy up, maintain the gummy ship, do house repairs, wait on others, just about anything useful. They swept onto the screen in Fantasia in 1940. I thought that was older, honestly, but the brooms that were brought to life. Leon, a swordsman who wields the gunblade. His real name, Squall Leonhardt. I feel like Squall. I'll go with Squall Leonhardt. He escaped to Traverse Town when the Heartless raided his homeworld. To part with his old self, a man who had been helpless to stop them, he changed his name. Since meeting the king, who has been so vigilant against the Heartless, Leon has sought the truth behind the key from Final Fantasy VIII. And as I said, I don't have a lot of Final Fantasy knowledge in and of itself, so I don't know how close to their original designs they are for the most part, but got them. Yuffie, a female ninja who escaped to Traverse Town when her homeworld was taken by the Heartless. She stays strong and cheerful in any situation. She works with Leon and Aerith to unravel the secret of the key from Final Fantasy VII. I want to say she's pretty close to at least the original Final Fantasy design. Aerith, she lost her home to the Heartless at a very young age. Beneath her gentle disposition lies a strong will and a firm sense of duty. Many are naturally drawn to her. Aerith works with Leon and Yuffie to learn more about the Heartless and the key, also from Final Fantasy VII. Cute little, I think she's like a flower girly, kind of a healer girly. Sid, owner of an accessory shop in Traverse Town, a highly skilled engineer and a first-rate pilot. When the Heartless invaded his world, he escaped to Traverse Town on a gummy ship he'd built himself. He is an expert on gummy ships from Final Fantasy VII as well. I want to say there's a Sid in like every Final Fantasy, but he is from Final Fantasy VII in this case. Titus, or Titus, I think Waka called him. But I always heard Titus. So Titus, a cheerful, self-confident boy who lived on the Destiny Islands. He considers himself a champ at everything. Nobody knows what happened to him after his island disappeared. So I guess that was not him in the beginning of Traverse Town, but he is from Final Fantasy X. With one short leg on, one short leg off. Go off, King. Selphie, a spunky girl who lived on the Destiny Islands. She's rather impulsive and quite the romanticist. Nobody knows what happened to her after her island disappeared. She is from Final Fantasy VIII. Well, she's got a little idol animations. Good for her. Waka, a boy who lived on the Destiny Islands. He looks out for Titus and Selphie like a big brother. Nobody knows what happened to him after his island disappeared. He is from Final Fantasy X. And then the Moogles escaped to Traverse Town when the Heartless invaded their home. They know how to combine various items to form new ones. They are from many Final Fantasies, and they are just cute little guys. Cute little gremlin creatures, I suppose. I don't know. Moogles were always kind of weird because, again, I don't know Final Fantasy, but they are cute. We got Jiminy. Jiminy Cricket, that's me, the cricket who keeps Pinocchio to the straight and narrow. I'm along on the quest as the Royal Chronicler. Look for me in Pinocchio from 1940. Looking very dapper in his suit. And then the Heartless. There are many, but we've only encountered a couple. We got Shadow, a Heartless that emerge from various places. They sneak up to their enemies and strike them with sharp claws. They are extremely tenacious, often chasing their prey to the end. They are scrunky little bubbos, and I love them. Currently, until I have a design in my head, all you gremlins are kinda just this, so hope you're happy with that, 'cause I'm not changing my mind. Soldier, Heartless that emerges from various places. They are brisk in their movements and rush into their opponents. However, they are not that tenacious. They often appear in numbers, though they lack teamwork. Those were the new armored guys that we saw a couple of. And they are twitchy. And I think that's it. Oh! Dark Side, enormous Heartless that appeared in Destiny Islands with Shadows. It led the Shadows in the battle against Sora when he first received the Keyblade. Although Sora defeated it, the island was swallowed by the darkness. That's that big guy. We kinda don't get a great view when we're fighting it, but he's a big old guy. He got some wings, he got some weird, like, Eldritch Horror Cthulhu head going on. Gave little Perry nightmares for a while. And Guard Armor, leader of the Heartless in Traverse Town. It falls apart when it receives damage, but each part attacks individually. Sora meets Donald and Goofy for the first time just before fighting this Heartless. And obviously we just saw him in all his glory, but he's got some tricks. He's got some weird moves and all. Funky little guy. Alright, I think that is... Yep, that's all the journal stuff. So remember, gremlins, be chaotic good, and I'll see you in the next one.